Well, good morning. We are about to get a wood stove put into our home, and so I thought I would kind of show you where it's going and why we're doing it and what it looks like when it's done. They're supposed to be coming tomorrow. We've been waiting 6 weeks, I think 7 weeks. So let me show you where it's gonna go and why we're getting one. So when we moved in a couple months ago, we have a wood furnace, a wood burning furnace, which I'd never even heard of before, and an electric furnace. And this one was supposed to be what they call wet certified before we moved in, but it failed the inspection because this here and the pipes like around it are not far enough away, and it goes all the way through almost to the other side of this basement. So they ended up, the sellers just took the cost estimate, which was about $5,000, to bring this up to code off the price of the house. So we got someone in to look at it, and just looking into it and kind of thinking about everything, we decided not to bring it up to code. So wood heat is completely new to both of us. I mean, I had a fireplace, a wood fireplace growing up, but we only used it when the power went out pretty much. So this is just completely new to us. And from the research we did, we found that number one, it doesn't work particularly well when the power goes out. You still need power for the fan to bring the heat upstairs through the ducts, which is kind of an issue for us. We do have a generator, but we want to have as few things running on that generator as possible if the power goes out. Also, it doesn't have as long as the burn time is kind of what we found out, or we understand, and that it can sometimes be, some people say it's really efficient, others say it's not. I don't know. So what we decided to do was to put right behind this wall here in our rec room, this is going to be moved, we're going to put a wood stove here. So one of my jobs for today is to clear this space out because it's going to go in the corner here. We did look at the option of actually feeding the pipe, the chimney, through the wall and connecting to the one that's already there because it's still in good shape. You can kind of see it here, right there. But that presented a few problems. So what that meant was that it would have a bunch of angles in it, which would mean we'd probably have to get it cleaned twice a year instead of once a year, and that's more cost, as well as it is more of a bit of a fire hazard. And so we decided to put a new chimney in. So it's gonna have a new chimney here. We'll eventually take that one down because they're like a couple feet from each other. Boy, home ownership. And this one, when they put it in, it has a lifetime warranty, and it only needs to be cleaned once a year instead of 2. So I have to clear this space out, as well as some space where the stove is going to be coming through here, and get ready for it. It was, the original quote was, I think, $5,700, which was a lot. But then because of this, it's gone way up. It's almost $10,000 now, which just seems ludicrous. And we really thought about maybe we should wait a year and do it for next winter. But our utility costs, like our electricity here, the cost is so expensive. We've been keeping our temperature around 16, 17 degrees, and it's been over $500 a month, which is a lot of money. And it's still not that warm in the basement, and we've got kids sleeping down here. They have bedrooms. So we just figured we need to jump in, we need to do it. Also because it comes in under like self-reliance. If the power goes out, we'll have heat, we'll have light, we can boil water if we need to on top of it. Like, it comes down to self-reliance. It's a good investment in it. We're hoping. It still seems really high. We're getting a Napoleon one that does 2,100 square feet, and our house is about 1,800 square feet. So it should really help to warm things up. And then we have, you have to have like a secondary heating here. They require that for insurance. I don't know. So we have the furnace. We're hoping to get rid of the wood furnace at some point, but it's just going to be like totally inactive, like we haven't used it. And then the electric furnace will be our backup. So if something happens or it's like really cold and it's not heating upstairs fast enough, we can use that. So that's what's going on. So I need to clear that. I need to clear the space out a bit. And hopefully by tomorrow night, we'll have a nice fire going. That was also part of it too. We thought if we're gonna pay all this money, let's have an actual fire for like, feel the heat, the ambiance, all that stuff. Hopefully we've made the right decision, because honestly, when we got the quotes, I was just like, do we have to be an adult and make a decision? Part of living a little more rural, which is ironic because coming from Alberta, this wouldn't be considered rural, but New Brunswick is a totally different beast, let me tell you. So update, right after I cleared all that space out, they called and they don't have the floor pad, like the floor protector, in stock. So they rescheduled for about a week and a bit from now. However, we may actually end up having to wait a little longer. I have to go through some options with my husband and choose one that we're both happy with. Yeah. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. So it's been about 4 weeks since that last clip I filmed. The hearth pad still has not come in. So they just called me last night and said that they're coming today, and they just got here. They're gonna go ahead and start with the chimney and bring the stove in, but they won't be able to actually hook it up until we get a hearth pad. Like the one thing that's like one of the cheapest components we're just waiting for, although it's not that cheap. So they're working down there right now. I'll give you an update later how it looks. But yeah, it's been almost 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. It's taken a while. So here's the stove pipe they put in, or the furnace pipe. I'm not sure what you call it. There, I know, our house is so gross. I don't think it's ever been pressure washed. Ever. It's disgusting. My husband started, you can see he did this little bit on that side of the house. You can see the difference. But it got too cold, it was freezing. So it's one of the first things we'll be doing in spring, is cleaning this disgusting house. But so update, we have a pad. So they came and did everything yesterday, but they didn't have the pad. And so they brought the pad today, but they just left because the other people didn't leave the connection piece, so they have to go back to their store, which is I think about 40 minutes away, and pick up the piece they need. Oy, but we have it. I'll turn around, give you a better look at it. So this is what it's gonna look like. It's of course dirty right now, but we're gonna have heat. So excited to have some heat and to have a fireplace, pretty much. Have to learn how to use it, but and the pipe is going to be kind of a funny angle because there was a stud right where they wanted to put the vent in, or the chimney, and they couldn't go through it. So yeah, it's going to kind of go like that. It's going to be interesting. So now I have to go call my insurance company because I already got a quote, because the insurance does go up when you have a wood burning fireplace, or a wood stove, that's what it's called, or any kind of wood heat. It's going up about $70 a month. Was it a month? Yeah, not fun. But I mean, that's one of the realities of living here, of having this kind of heat source, is higher house insurance. So I need to go make that phone call now. It is all installed. It is all here. We're not gonna try burning it right now. I'm just about to make dinner. But there it is. He gave me kind of a quick, hi Jacob, tutorial on how to use it, but it's definitely going to be a learning curve because I've never used wood heat before. But it's in. So the next phase is, yes, doing an initial burn and figuring it all out and how to use it. Our first fire in the stove.
Yay!
So if I didn't explain this before, because I don't think I did, I have a huge fear of fire. I've never started a fire. I don't like using matches or lighters. So it's gonna be an interesting experience, but kids are everywhere.
Okay.
I don't like fire. Sunday evening, let's have a nice warm fire. Wait, huh? Yeah, So we started it up yesterday, which was Saturday. We got it to almost to the ideal range. And these pins started exploding and popping out. I don't know if you can see bits there. And then this fell. I think this is the secondary air tube, they call it. Needless to say, we had to then let the fire burn out, and we have no nice heat today. I called them, I left a message, but oh, see, here's one of them here. They're not open on Saturdays. Go figure. Nothing in this place seems to be open other than Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. I don't know how people do anything, but there we go. So we have no fire. We have fire. Fire. So they changed out all the pins with new pins that the company sent, and so far it's working. Now the challenge will be, can I keep it going and not totally freak out being near fire to keep us warm, because we're finally getting some heat from it. Thank goodness. All right, it's been going for about 6 hours and it's doing okay. It's going through wood quite quickly, just to stay around that 500, 550 temperature. So maybe we're not using the right kind of wood. Maybe it hasn't seasoned. I think, is that 2 to 3 months or 2 to 3 years? It has to sit. I don't know. We just have the wood that was left here when we moved in. We are clearing some land. That's another video. We're waiting for, and that has some trees that are like dead and some that are dying. So we'll have wood to chop from that. But send me all your tips and tricks, because I don't really know anything. Don't know anything. And I need to get over my fear of fire and get this heating our house. It's supposed to heat up to 2,100 square feet. We have an 1,800 square foot house. Let's hope it works a little better. We can do this. I can do this. I can be a homesteader. Oh dear. Anyways, I just paid the last payment on it, and man, that was expensive. Yeah, 5 to 6 years we're figuring to pay it off. So yeah, anyways, if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'm always happy to answer them and to talk to you there, but please, if you have tips, leave them for me too. Please. Otherwise, I hope this finds you having a great day. Take care.